Hello everyone, I'm Pratik Agarwal and I'm a final year medical student at LTMMC Mumbai. And this is a channel where we share with you some of these experiences that we have had during medical school that have changed our perspective towards the entire profession. So I'm having my OBGY postings right now, and the residents might describe this posting as one of the most stressful times of their lives. But I feel for students, it is one of the best experiences that we have. Mainly because of the fact that we see a baby come out of the womb, and that's a moment that every medical student will cherish. But also for the fact that when you talk to patients in this ward, they're very receptive to when you talk to them, and they'll tell you more than what you want. Unlike a medicine ward or a surgery ward, when you'll ask something to a patient, he's in pain, he'll tell you some amount of information, you will have to extract whatever you can. But here the mothers are there, they might be in pain too, but they're very chatty. They'll tell you a lot about them, they'll tell you a lot about their complaints. You'll have to just choose information from that. So it's good interacting with these people. So as I was going in the wards, the doctors were interacting with a patient who had a case of anemia in pregnancy. Now when these doctors were interacting, I felt something was different as compared to when they interacted with some other patient. Now I wanted to know more about this. So when the doctors were done prescribing, they moved on to the next case. I went there and I tried talking to the patient. While I was talking to them, they told me that both of them were blind, and this was not their first child, neither was it their second child, this was their third child. And I was shook. It's not like blind people cannot have kids, but as a resident of Mumbai, when you travel through trains and all, you might have seen blind people a lot of times either begging or selling something, and we don't notice because we are busy with our own things. But it just struck me that these people, they have their own lives, they bear children, they do a lot of things that we do, but their perspective towards everything might be completely different as what we feel and see, because obviously a very crucial part of their senses is not present. I wanted to know more about them, so I started talking with them a lot. I thought that they might be in a lot of distress, so I didn't want to disturb them a lot. But to my surprise, these people were one of the happiest patients that I've interacted with. And I'm not kidding. I've not interacted with patients as happy as these and as loving as these. Both of them had so much of love towards each other. Even as I was talking to them, they asked each other if they needed any food, any water. They asked about me, how I was, what I was doing. So when I talked to them, I got to know that they live in a place 85 kilometers away from the hospital, and that's very far. Even when they travel by train, they have a 1 hour journey by train. And for them, I felt that I don't know how do they even manage traveling so far, that too when she's pregnant. They don't have good hospital facilities there, so they come all the way even for a regular checkup. And they told me that it was okay for them because they've been doing this all their lives. The husband sells earphones on the train, and he does that the entire day, and then he comes back home with enough money to handle their expenses, to feed their children, so that their house runs. And this was not an easy task, because as he worked there, she used to be at home, cook for the children, work and do whatever house chores were there. And whenever she used to cook, she had to make sure that the husband was at home, because while cooking they couldn't risk the fact that any of the children would touch something hot or would land into trouble. So she had to make sure that whenever she was cooking, the husband was there to take care of the kids. So only when he arrived from work was she allowed to cook, and was she allowed to have something to go somewhere else, leave the children. And I can't even imagine how difficult that would be. These people, they lived in a community, and in this community a lot of the people were either partially or completely blind, and all of them, they lived in their own houses. They all just lived together and sustained each other's living, helped each other whenever they needed something. And I had no clue that such settlements and such communities existed around me. This was really an eye-opening experience for me. They told me about how all of them, they helped each other whenever they needed something, how some of them were beggars, some of them used to sell a few things on trains, and a lot of them just trying to make ends meet however they can. But even after all this, everyone had aspirations. They wanted to bear children, they wanted to raise them, no matter how difficult it sounds, and no matter how insane having a third baby here in this situation sounds. They wanted to do that, and they were confident enough that they can do that. I mean, I can't even imagine. The things that are difficult for me to imagine are the ones that they're doing each and every day. I asked her what is it like for her to be blind, and she told me something that I might remember for my entire life. She told me, I have been blind from the day I was born. This is how I've seen the world. This is the only life that exists for me. And I don't think I'll forget this. So there are stresses in our lives, like exams, like residency, like a lot of problems that each one of us have, each one different in their own way and stressful in their own way. But the tasks that we do in between these things, like just traveling to one place, or maybe cooking or eating, seem very normal for us. But for some people, they are one of the most crucial and hardest tasks of their lives. So let us just learn to cherish all of these tiny moments that we have, because whatever normal life that you're living right now might be an aspirational life for some. I know all of this sounds preaching, but every time I realize it, it's a new experience for me and a new perspective towards life for me, and I hope it is the same for you too. So thank you for it.